Hey guys, in this lecture let us talk about indexing, slicing and negative indexing. So you already know indexing is something to fetch a value for a particular position, and we already know index position that help us to fetch a value. By now we also know the key index position, that means we use a value of key for dictionaries to fetch a value. The second thing is slicing. I hope you already know how to slice a pizza, that means taking a piece of a pizza. With a list, we can slice some values. Maybe I want to slice a value from second index position to fifth index position. Or maybe I want to get the value of last three, that is my last three index position. So I can do that. And the last point I want to talk about is negative indexing. So we have a positive index for our sequence. Like if I take example of my string, I have a Python string and here I give a positive index. For p it's 0, for y it's 1, for t it's 2. So that's follow a positive index. But there is also something like negative index. So the last value that is present in my string is -1 and the second last value is -2. So if I follow that, the first value p is -6. So I need to keep in mind it's really helpful to convert my string into reverse or to convert any of my sequence into reverse and slice some values, that means take a piece out of them. With that, I hope now you know the meaning of these things. Let us perform their examples and do things step by step. So the first thing that I want to talk about is start, end and step. So if I want to slice any particular list or particular tuple or my string, I have to pass these three values. One is start, end and step. Let me take that for my list. So here is my x. And if I want to fetch a value of any index, I use 0. So suppose I want to get the value of my 0 index. But what if I need to slice? That means I need to slice from 0 index position to third index position. So what I need to do is I need to use a colon and then pass my end of slice. So that would be third index position. So this is my starting position, this is my ending position, and then I need to pass steps. So its steps are basically the gap that we need to maintain between every position. So by default it's 1. That means, so if I take 0 index position, next will be 1, next will be 2, next will be 3. So that is the gap I need to pass. That's all. Start, end and then my steps. Let me print this one. Here you can see I was able to slice my value. My start position, my end position and then steps. So remember the position we are passing for our end would not be included. So I got my 0, 1, 2 and third was not included. This looks fine. Let me try out something more. What if I don't pass out this gap? I only pass out start and end. Let me print this one. You can see I still got the same result because the default value of our gap is 1. So it's not going to affect that much. But what if I need to get from a point to end of that list? Maybe I want to start with the fourth position until the end of the list. We can do that. All we have to use is a blank space for a second position. Remember to use this colon. So without this colon, it would be the 0 index position. With this colon, it would be starting from this position till the end. So if I pass out 4 and then a colon, that means from 4th index position till the end. Let me print this one. You can see I was able to fetch the values from 4th index position till the last. Okay, let me experiment more. What if I want to get the values from 0 to number 5th? We can also do that. All we have to do is just leave out the first space as blank and then the end index value. This looks fine. Let me print this out also. You can see I was able to get the values from 0 till my 4th index position. Remember, this would not be included. Now what if I need to get complete value of this list? We can also do that. All we have to do is pass empty value for our starting as well as ending. And remember, our steps are by default. So this would be from start to end. And if I run here, I got a complete list. So that's how our slicing work. But what is the matter of the steps? Let us play with that. What if I need to get a gap of 2? So basically I need to maintain a gap of 2 between all the results. Maybe I just want 0 index position, then second index position, then fourth index position. I can still achieve that. Let me run this one. And here you can see I was able to achieve the gap of 2. Let me try out a gap of 3. Let me run this one and see I was able to maintain the gap of 3. So that's how slicing works, and it is really important. But we have only tried out with positive indexing. We should try out a negative index also. So the negative index actually follow with the reverse order. So the last item will be -1, then -2, -3, 4, and then follow up. Let me clear this up. And here if I want to achieve the reverse result, all I have to do is pass out -1 at the last. So this will print out my list in a reverse order. So if I print that, you can see I got my list as a reverse order. You can also play with a lot more things. But let me talk about one simple thing. I would be taking this Python example. And here I am getting a result of reverse of Python. What if I need to get last 3 elements of my string or of my list or of my tuple? I can do that. Let me remove this one. So last 3 element means I need to get these 3. That is HON. So my list will be start from -3. I need to get that. And it would be end at the last. So if I give -1, so this would not be included. So I need to leave this as a blank, and then all the step will be one step. This looks fine. Run this one. I get a HON. Now same things follows with our indexing. So usually with indexing, if I pass a 0, I would be getting a P. But if I pass a -6 with my indexing, you can see I still got the same result because 0 is P and -6 is also P. So we can play with negative value during our indexing also. Now here if I talk about one more concept, you can try out with list, string or tuple also. You need to be focused while passing the start and end value. So if you are passing 3 as a start value, the ending value should be greater than in the position. That means if you are passing 3, the ending value should be above 3. You cannot pass 3 and then 1, since it would not go in reverse. To go in a reverse, we use -1. That means if I need to get a value of HTY, so my starting value is 3, that's look fine. My ending value is 1, this is also fine. Now if I want to take positive steps, that is if I take step as 1, I would go forward. But if I take step as -1, I would go in reverse. And now let me run this one. You can see I was able to achieve the value from my list. If I try out this with Z, you can see I am able to get the value of H in T. So basically this is an important concept. If you can understand this, your slicing is solved. You can slice anything from list, from tuple, from string. So the thing is, whenever you pass a start value, your ending value should be greater than that if you are taking step as positive. So if I pass a value of 1 as a starting and if I end it at 3, that's look fine because I can take 1 and 2 with a positive step. But what if I pass 4 as my starting value and then I am passing 1 as my ending value? That means I cannot take step as +1. +1 as step means I am jumping from 4 to 5. I need to take -1 to jump from 4 to 3, then 3 to 2, then 2 to 1. That is going to follow here. So if I take 4 and then I want the value till y, so I will be taking 0 as index and then -1. 4 is the value of O. I'm ending till 0, that means till y it would be included, and I'm taking in a reverse, so I'm getting a result of 0, H, T and Y. This looks fine. Let me run this one. Yeah, that's how you can fetch a value, and that's the reason if I am passing empty space and just -1, that means I'm going to get a result of reverse. So that's all for this lecture. Indexing, slicing and negative indexing. These three are really important to fetch values from our storage. I hope by now you understand about them. These are some really important topics and we will be continuing with more lectures. Thank you for following all the videos till now. See you in the next one with lot more stuff.